Swastiastu. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. On this video, I will give you the explanation about indicators and keywords of religious moderations. So, before I continue the explanations, let me to introduce myself. My name is Kadek Tresna Ningsih, and my supporting lecturer for the religious moderation subject is Dr. Siloh Nyoman Sriadi, SPD SAG MPD. Alright, before we continue for the material of indicators and the keywords of religious moderations, maybe some people still ask and confused about what is religious moderations, and they still want to know about how religious moderation. And here I will give you the explanation about what is religious moderation. Religious moderation is a moderate attitude or an attitude of moderation. Religious moderation is our perspective, attitude, and behavior in understanding of religion in moderate way. That is not being excessive in a religion. Religious moderation is a means of realizing a harmonious, peaceful, and tolerant religious and national life, so that Indonesia progresses. Religious moderation is actually the key to creating tolerance and harmony, both at the local, national, and global levels. The implementation of religious moderation in Indonesia is very important, considering the diversity of religion and cultural that it exists in this country. By implementing religious moderation, it is hoped that various potential conflicts and divisions caused by religious and the cultural differences can be avoided. Alright guys, now we continue for the main material, that is indicators of religious moderation. Indicators of religious moderation is elements used to measure the success of religious moderation in the lives of Indonesian society. The Ministry of Religious Moderation of the Republic Indonesia has established 4 main indicators of religious moderation, namely national commitment, tolerance, non-violence, and acceptance of local tradition. And guys, religious moderation is not an absurd thing that can't be measured. The success of religious moderation in the lives of Indonesian society can be seen from the high level of main indicators that are in harmony and interrelate, namely national commitment, tolerance, non-violence, and acceptance of local traditions that exist in the society. Alright guys, now let's talk about the explanation for each indicators of religious moderation. Number 1 is national commitment. National commitment is a reflect a person's or group's commitment and awareness of the values of Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution, as well as a willingness to maintain national unity and integrity. Number 2 is tolerance. Tolerance is a reflex an attitude of respect for differences of opinion and belief, as well as acceptance of religious and cultural diversity. Number 3 is non-violence. Non-violence shows rejection of all forms of violence in the name of religion, as well as a commitment to resolving problems peacefully and dialogically. And the last, number 4, is acceptance of local traditions. Acceptance of local tradition shows a positive attitude of respect for local traditions and culture, as well as a commitment to preserving the nation's noble cultural values. Alright guys, so For know more and deeply about what is the indicator of religious moderation, we can more understanding the 4 indicators of religious moderation. Number 1, national commitment. We can more understanding national commitment indicators with appreciate and practice the values of Pancasila and the 1945 constitutions, maintain national unity, and actively participate in nation building. For example, we join flying the red and white flag on Independence Day, taking part in the flag ceremonies. We can using Indonesian in the daily life, respecting state symbols, and participating in elections activities. Number 2, tolerance. We can more understanding tolerance indicators with respect differences of opinion and belief, accept religious and cultural diversity, and work together with other groups to achieve common goals. For example, we can respecting other people's right to embrace their religion and beliefs, not imposing their beliefs on others. We can establishing good relations with followers of other religions, participating in joint activities between religious believers, and avoiding attitudes of ethnocentrism and primordialism. Number 3 is non-violent. We can more understanding non-violence indicators with reject all forms of violence in the name of religions, resolve problems in a peaceful and dialogical manner, and respect other people's right to life and humanity. For example of non-violence, we can respecting other people's right to life and humanity, not engaging in discrimination and hate speech. We can resolving conflicts through mediation and deliberations, and promoting peace and tolerance. The last number 4 is acceptance of local traditions. We can more understand about acceptance of local tradition indicators of appreciate positive local tradition and culture, preserving the nation's noble cultural values, and integrating religious values with local cultural values. For example, we can respecting local tradition and custom that do not conflict with religion, preserving local culture by studying and practicing it. We can integrating religious value with local cultural values and avoiding attitudes of ethnocentrism and primordialism. Alright guys, that's about the indicators of religious moderation. Now we move to the keywords of religious moderation. I think maybe some of you also still confused and still ask about what is the keywords of religious moderation? What's the means of the keywords of religious moderations? Alright, here I'll give you the explanation about the keywords of religious moderations. The keywords of religious moderation are 9 phrases that represent the main principles of practicing religion in a moderate manner. The keywords for religious moderation applied by the Indonesia Ministry of Religion and several other institutions include. So that guys, that means that there are 9 the main keywords of religious moderation, and these are 9 keywords of religious moderation. Number 1 is humanity. Humanity is protecting human dignity and building public benefits. Number 2, public benefit. Public benefit is building public benefits based on the principles of fairness, balance, and compliance with the Constitution as a national agreement. Number 3 is fair. Fair is a upholding justice and humanizing humans. Number 4 is balance. Balance is maintaining a balance between religious rights and national commitment. Number 5 is obey the constitutions. Obey the constitution is declare loyalty to the 1945 constitution and the regulations under it. Next, number 6 is a national commitment. National commitment is acceptance of the national principles contained in the 1945 constitution and regulations under it. Number 7, tolerance. Tolerance is a respect differences and give other people space to believe and work together. Number 8 is non-violence. Non-violence is rejecting the actions of certain individuals or groups who use violent methods, both physical and verbal. And the last, number 9, respect traditions. Respect for tradition is a friendly and accepting local tradition and cultural in religious behavior as long as it does not conflict with the main teaching in the religion. Alright guys, that's all the explanation about indicators and the keywords of religious moderations. And from that material, I can give the conclusion that religious moderation indicators are elements used to measure the success of religious moderation in the lives of Indonesian society. 4 indicators of religious moderation vary, namely national commitment, tolerance, non-violence, and acceptance of local traditions. And the 9 keywords of religious moderation are humanity, public benefit, fair, balance, obey the constitution, national commitment, tolerance, non-violence, and respect for tradition. It is hoped that the keywords for religious moderation can serve as a guide for religious people in practicing their religion in moderation. Religious moderation is very important to realize a harmonious and a peaceful religious life in Indonesia. By understanding the indicators and the keywords of religious moderation, we can practice religion well and contribute to building a harmonious and tolerant nations. Alright guys, that's all the explanation that I can give for you. I'm sorry if there are any mistaken words. Thank you for watching this video and goodbye. Om Santi 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 Om.